Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now, this weekend.
Good evening and thank you for watching News 8 Now this weekend. I'm Allison Fergit. Fire crews responded to 2 fires near Sparta early this morning. According to a release, a neighbor reported a house fire and several explosions on Cardinal Road in the town of Little Falls. When fire crews arrived on scene, the house and garage were fully engulfed in flames. Several vehicles were also on fire. The owners were not home at the time. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. The Sparta Fire Department also responded to a garage fire near State Highway 71 in the town of Wells. Occupants of the home were outside when firefighters arrived. The garage sustained heavy fire damage, while the house also sustained minor damage. The cause of that fire is also still under investigation. Emergency crews responded to an accident involving a car and a pedestrian in Onalaska. According to Onalaska police, the pedestrian was attempting to cross Highway 16 when they were struck by a vehicle. Police say there were no major injuries as a result of the accident. 2 people are being treated for serious injuries after a single vehicle rollover crash last night. According to a Facebook post from the Fillmore County Sheriff's Office, a single vehicle failed to negotiate a turn and rolled into a ditch in Harmony, Minnesota. When deputies arrived at the scene, they identified the 2 occupants of the vehicle as a 19-year-old male and a 17-year-old female. Both occupants were ejected from the vehicle and were taken to Gunderson Hospital in La Crosse with serious injuries. Finding community and recovery support out on the ice. This afternoon, the Cooley Recovery Center hosted an ice fishing outing on Lake Onalaska. The event is part of the center's ongoing outdoor recovery project, which helps people recovering from addiction get outside and be active.
We focus individuals in recovery going out and doing positive and encouraging things outdoor.
The event was free to attend and ran from 1 until 3 this afternoon. According to a Facebook post, the next outdoor recovery project gathering will be at La Crosse's High Roller Skating Center in February. The acclaimed Arteria String Quartet performed at Viterbo University today. The group has performed at the university for 32 years. They performed 6 Mozart quartets, including some of his most famous works, such as the Hunt Quartet and Dissonance. Mozart wrote the quartets from 1782 to 1785 and dedicated them to his closest friend and mentor, Joseph Haydn.
Today's program is Mozart String Quartets. Everybody loves Mozart String Quartets, and he wrote this particular set of 6 quartets as a gift to his mentor, Joseph Haydn. So we're really excited to be able to present these beautiful pieces to La Crosse.
The Arteria Quartet was formed at Boston University in 1986. On Wednesday, we will officially enter the Year of the Wood Snake as the Chinese New Year officially kicks off. In the Cooley region, the La Crosse Area Chinese Association celebrated the New Year at the Capella Performing Arts Center. The celebration featured a number of songs and dances, including the traditional dragon dance. Once the performance wrapped up, the festivities continued at the Super Buffet. As mentioned, 2025 will be known as the Year of the Wood Snake, and it's believed those born during this year will be smart, creative, and charming. And hopefully this good weather holds for the official start of the Chinese New Year on Wednesday. So, Nicole, what do you have in store for us for the next few days?
We have very nice weather coming up to start the week off. Today's been fairly nice, but it's going to get a lot warmer from here on out. We're already seeing some fairly mild temperatures right now, staying in the 20s, and really not looking to get too much cooler than this as we go into tonight. Actually reaching our lows in the next few hours, so when you're waking up in the morning, it's going to feel pretty nice out there. Seeing our lows only getting down into the low 20s across the area, already getting back up into the upper 30s by that noon hour. The only downside is that we will have some decently strong winds out there, so it's not necessarily going to feel that warm, but it's going to be a fairly nice day nonetheless. We do have some snow shower chances going into the early afternoon hours. Not expecting too much in terms of accumulation, with Eau Claire maybe seeing the highest amounts of snow, still expecting less than an inch of snowfall. Here's a look at the area's lows tonight. Again, a little bit breezier tonight. Those winds will be picking up through the night and into the morning hours, but overall a very mild night. Our average lows for this time of year are usually sitting in the single digits, so our lows right now are actually a lot closer to our typical highs at this time of year, and that's really going to be a theme going throughout the rest of the week. So we'll have a full look at the week ahead and how warm we're going to get. It's going to look pretty nice coming up in a little bit.
So nice to see those warm temperatures after such a cool down for the past.
We deserve it. We definitely deserve it.
For sure. All right, thank you, Nicole. President Trump vowed to unleash retaliatory measures, including trade tariffs, after Colombia rejected 2 flights carrying undocumented immigrants back from the U.S. Now, Colombia's president says he has ordered a 25% tariff on U.S. imports in retaliation. CBS News correspondent Christian Benavides is in Miami with the latest.
President Trump says he is ordering visa restrictions and stiff trade tariffs on Colombia, which supplies the U.S. with much of its coffee and flowers. On social media, Secretary of State Marco Rubio wrote that Colombian President Gustavo Petro had authorized flights but then canceled them when the planes were in the air. In a defiant response, the Colombian leader wrote, quote, "Your blockade does not scare me." Deportations from the U.S. will ramp up in the days ahead, according to Trump's border czar, Tom Homan.
You're going to see the numbers steadily increase, the number of arrests nationwide as we open up the aperture. Right now it's concentrating public safety threats, national security threats.
On Face the Nation, Vice President J.D. Vance was asked if he supports the idea of conducting raids at schools or houses of worship, a move sharply criticized by the U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops.
We're going to enforce immigration law. We're going to protect the American people.
As President Trump prepares for the second week of his second term in the White House, he's set to meet with congressional Republicans at their annual retreat being held at his Doral Resort here in Miami.
This week on Capitol Hill, senators will grill some of the president's nominees for key positions. They include Secretary of Health and Human Services nominee Robert F. Kennedy Jr., Trump's pick for FBI Director Kash Patel, and his choice for National Intelligence Director Tulsi Gabbard. Christian Benavides, CBS News, Miami.
In a release, the White House said Colombia has agreed to Trump's terms, including the acceptance of the deportation flights. And for now, the tariffs are reportedly on hold. Secretary of State Marco Rubio is threatening to place a very large bounty on Taliban leaders. At least 2 Americans are currently detained. Rubio says if they are holding more Americans than is currently known, he will start placing bounties. The Taliban has acknowledged detaining 1 of the Americans, but hasn't officially acknowledged the other. Still to come, Meta announces heavy investment into AI technologies, plus the latest on the future of TikTok, coming up after the break.
Right now at Home Sleep Express, when you spend $4.99 or more, get an extra 7% off sale prices. Pay no interest for 1 year and pay nothing down, plus nothing for shipping on brands like Luxuria and Thomas Cole Sleep. The Something for Nothing sale, now at Home Sleep Express.
At US Cellular, you don't have to choose between a great deal on the phone you want and the phone plan that's right for you.
You can get both. 4 free phones of your choice and 4 lines for just $90.
Wow, kids, that's like us not having to choose between tickets to wrestling or that puppet musical.
We want a great phone and a great plan too, don't we, little guy?
Get both. 4 free phones of your choice plus 4 lines for $90. No trade-in needed. US Cellular, built for us.
Right now at Home World Rugs, get an extra 7% off sale prices, pay no interest for 1 year, and pay nothing down, plus nothing for shipping on a huge selection of area rugs. The Something for Nothing sale, now at Home World Rugs.
Hey, there's John McGivern.
You know John McGivern?
She sure does. What's up?
I'm trying to figure out which Medicare Advantage plan to choose.
That's easy. Network Health. They have plan options with the Part B Premium Give Back. That's money back in your pocket. Dental and vision benefits, even plans with a $0 monthly premium. That's what I've been telling her.
I'm going to give them a call.
Call today, 833-7-NETWORK.
Meta plans to spend up to $65 billion this year, and most of that will be on AI. CEO Mark Zuckerberg said the money will expand massive data centers to power artificial intelligence. Meta is betting big on AI to power algorithms across its products like Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. Zuckerberg also said Meta plans to continue hiring significantly to help develop AI. The clock is still ticking down on TikTok. President Trump granted the social media site a 75-day extension on Monday to sell the popular app to an American buyer. The president dismissed reports the White House is in talks with Oracle about buying TikTok. The president said he has never spoken to the head of Oracle about the app, but admits he has spoken to many people about TikTok. He went on to say he has the right to sell it or close it, depending on what he thinks is best for the country. Costco CEO announced Thursday that the company is bringing back Coca-Cola products to the food court. For decades, Coke was a centerpiece at Costco, but the company switched to Pepsi in 2013. Costco did not say whether the change will affect the iconic $1.50 hot dog soda combination deal, but a company executive said last year that the combo price was safe. Southern California is getting some much-needed rain, but officials now fear the risk of more natural disasters as a result. Details after the break.
We have a lot of warm weather on our way as we go into this week, with some areas potentially getting near the 50s as we head towards the end of the week. I'll have all the details coming up right after the break.
We've done many renovations. We bought an old house and have made it into an up-to-date house. Whenever anything involves plumbing, the first call I make is to Maxwell White. Their technicians put together a great final product.
You come alive in the dead of winter and start work early on snow days, because snowed in is not an option. The Kubota Snow lineup of compact tractors, RTVs, and versatile attachments are built to move, plow, blow, and thrive in the winter. So when the snow falls, you could rise to meet it.
Right now, receive 0% APR for 60 months and up to $2,300 off BX Series tractor packages. Visit any of your local Johnson Tractor dealerships in Menominee, Baldwin, Osseo, and Arcadia.
Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin invites you to experience the thrill of gaming like never before. With 6 locations across the state, there's something for everyone. Whether you're a slots enthusiast, a poker pro, or prefer the excitement of table games, we've got you covered. Plus, indulge in delicious dining options, live entertainment, and exclusive promotions that add even more excitement to your visit. Come join the fun at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin.
Out with the olds and in with the new at Wesco in Sparta. Grab amazing deals with discounts up to 50% off. Floor models, overstacked, and slightly blemished items must go. So incredible, even I can't believe the savings. Our team is ready to help you find the perfect piece for your home. Hurry, these deals won't last long. Head to Wesco in Sparta. Your home, your style, your savings, your Wesco. And remember to tell them Peyton sent you.
Dahl Honda is proud to sponsor News 8 Now's Top-Notch Teacher Program. It's always a highlight of our month to recognize the top-notch teacher and thank them for all they do for our students in school. Dahl Honda values the great work all teachers do for our children and community. If you know a teacher who deserves top-notch teacher recognition, please nominate them. Thank you, teachers, for going above and beyond and providing a top-notch education.
With a tankless system, you can have unlimited hot water whenever and for however long you need it. Upgrade to a tankless today and never be left without hot water again. Rely on Maxwell White, plumbing done right.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
Parts of Los Angeles County are still smoldering from wildfires, but some much-needed rain is now coming to the region. However, officials are now concerned about flooding and possible mudslides. Jen Sullivan has details on how officials are bracing for the new weather threat.
Crews in Southern California desperately digging trenches as the fire-ravaged region now prepares for a new threat: flooding and mudslides.
The fire basically causes it to be a lot more susceptible to erosion.
This group of National Guardsmen were called to help fight the fires. Now their team and LA County Public Works are creating giant ditches to hold water as Los Angeles County braces for thunderstorms and heavy rain. Much of Southern California is under a flood watch through Monday afternoon. The National Weather Service tweeting the threat is high enough to prepare for the worst case scenario. And while the rain is much needed for these areas scarred by wildfires, the ground is so dry that even a little bit of water can cause a lot of flooding.
There's nothing left holding the soil in place. So even one drop of rain will come down 7 times faster than it typically would have prior to this fire.
Over a 16-day period this month, firefighters say they've battled 10 different fires. The most destructive, the Palisades and Eaton fires, which combined torched more than 40,000 acres.
That water comes right into the communities that were so devastated by these tragic fires.
Even for homes that were spared by the fires, those houses could now experience flooding, which could cause a whole new issue for homeowners and insurance claims.
The flood is not covered by your basic home insurance policy either, and a lot of these people are not located in an area where they would think they might need a flood policy.
I'm Jen Sullivan reporting.
Here in the Coulee region, it's been absolutely beautiful, sunny skies and temperatures that actually feel bearable. Let's send it over to Nicole to see how long our good luck streak will continue.
Well, the entire week ahead is actually looking fairly nice as long as you're not a fan of that typical January weather. We have some good news for you. Not a lot of snow in the forecast either. That could be good or bad however you look at it, but those temperatures are definitely going to be something that most of us are going to be pretty happy about. Here's our highs for tomorrow. Anywhere south of I-90 has a very good chance of seeing the 40s. Otherwise, everybody else getting into the mid to upper 30s. Anywhere you go, you're going to be well above average for those high temperatures. It is going to be windy though, so it's not necessarily going to feel like 40. It's going to feel closer into the low 30s out there, but overall still feeling fairly nice as far as January days go. Here's that wind though. It's going to be fairly strong even when you're waking up in the morning. We're going to start here at 8 a.m. Already seeing wind gusts around 30 to 35 miles an hour, and those will stay just as strong as we continue into the afternoon. Letting up a little bit as we go further into the day, but still seeing significant wind gusts around 25 miles an hour until we get later into the evening hours when those winds slowly begin to taper off. Still looking at some breezier conditions going into Tuesday. However, tomorrow is really looking like it will be the windiest of the days. We also have a chance for some light snow across the area. Now, the most chance is going to be mainly north of I-94, and that's going to be coming in the early afternoon hours. We have some fairly dry air over us, so once this comes into our area, it really starts to fall apart. As you can see, it continues to move south and then really only accounts for a few scattered flurries across areas south of I-94. We could still see some light activity going into the evening hours with just a few more scattered flurries, again, mainly north of I-94, but really that main batch is only going to be in those afternoon hours. Everybody can really expect possibly getting a trace of snowfall, nothing too much to the point of being measurable. Maybe some areas north of I-94 seeing a little closer to an inch, but overall nothing too much to write home about. We do have another chance coming as we go into Tuesday, mainly into Tuesday night. Similar conditions that we'll see tomorrow night with those scattered flurries. Otherwise, just some really light flurry chances going through this week. The main precipitation chance is going to come Friday night into Saturday, where a fairly impressive system moves up from Iowa. Still a lot of questions on that though, because we do have a pretty wild January week in terms of temperatures coming up. So whenever that system decides to actually make it to our area, the timing of it will really make an impact on whether or not we could see rain or if we see snow. So still a lot of questions on that. Definitely something we're going to be keeping our eyes on in the next few days. But here's those temperatures that we've been dealing with in the last 2 weeks. It's been a wild ride, and we're going to get our payoff of it as we go into the next week or so, staying well above average for the majority of this work week, even going into next weekend as well. Thursday is looking to be the warmest of the day, where La Crosse could see high temperatures nearly 24 degrees above average. Eau Claire, it's been a very similar trend, even bottoming out the charts in the coldest of that cold stretch we saw last week. A very different picture as we're looking towards the beginning of this week, seeing temperatures nearly 15 degrees above average. Thursday, still seeing that warmest day of nearly 22 degrees above average, and it's looking to last for at least throughout this week and even into next weekend. So definitely we'll have to find some time to get out there and enjoy it, especially towards the later half of the week. Those winds start to lighten up a little bit, and it's going to be sunny Thursday, maybe seeing a high of 50 degrees in La Crosse. It's weird to see that in January. We're really edging towards record high territory. So
Yeah.
I'm not complaining. It's going to feel great.
It's going to feel amazing for sure. Well, thank you, Nicole. And now it's time to announce the chosen Picturing Our Community photo for the week. This week's winner is Stephanie Brookman of Tomah with December Sunset on Lake Tomah. Every week we pick a photo to be shared in a gallery on our website at news8000.com and on our News 8 Now social media pages. If you would like to participate, just head to news8000.com, click on Submit Photos and Videos under the Home tab, then click on Picturing Our Community and enter your photo. A new winner will be chosen every Friday, announced Sunday night, and then showcased online Monday morning. And coming up next in sports, championship weekend in the NFL. Plus, the Badgers return to Madison and make a statement in front of the home fans. Kate is in next with sports.
Your commute, your lunchtime, your drive home. Is it going to be clear, rainy, or worse? Every morning, I'll let you know. We'll see you then.
It's out with the old and in with the new. You know what they say, new year, new you. King Furniture is celebrating the new year with special trade-in offers. Plus, get free delivery and 12 months, no interest payments. The King Furniture New Year's sale going on now.
For the professional, it's not enough to possess knowledge. We seek to refine it, to wield its power, to redefine its boundaries. Knowledge is put to the test in every GMC Sierra. Get 0% APR on 2024 Sierra 1500 models. That's over $5,600 in average finance savings.
Visit your best choice GMC dealer today.
Wisconsin, one of those places where families spend their winters among frozen lakes and snow-covered hills. With all the fun they're having, it's easy to take for granted how they warm up, by the fire, or simply adjusting their thermostat. But for some of us, it's not that easy. Some of us need to decide whether to heat or to eat, or to further neglect our basic survival needs. We are working families, elderly, disabled, and veterans, all struggling to pay record heating bills. These dangerous temperatures aren't just uncomfortable for us, they can be deadly. If you are struggling to decide if you can put food on the table or heat your home, please reach out for a hand up. No one deserves to suffer when we can help each other.
It's out with the old and in with the new. You know what they say, new year, new you. King Furniture is celebrating the new year with special trade-in offers. Plus, get free delivery and 12 months, no interest payments. The King Furniture New Year's sale going on now.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports with Kate Overton.
The Wisconsin Badgers returned to the Kohl Center this afternoon after their 7-game win streak was snapped earlier this week when they lost a close one on the road against UCLA. Despite the loss, the Badgers have been playing some excellent ball and look to keep it going as they welcomed in Nebraska. Let's go there. First half action still tied at zeros, but they find John Tonje in the corner. He knocks down the 3-ball. Badgers in front. Very next possession, John Blackwell coming down the court. They leave him open, and he makes them pay. Another 3 and a quick 6-point lead. And they would keep it going. Now 16-2, they find Nick Winters open for 3. Another one. Wisconsin up 17 just 5 minutes in. Nebraska would claw back into this one, but how about the defense? Jack Janicki gets the steal, going all the way and throws it down. Badgers up 6. And they would keep it rolling in the second half, passing it around inside to Carter Gilmore, reverse layup plus the foul. Then Tonje running up the court, passes it off, but gets it right back and throws it down. This one was all Wisconsin as they get the win 83-55.
Really happy for our guys. I thought defensively we were locked in and back to trending towards who we need to be and who we have been.
Partly just the coaching staff. Kirk Penny gave me a good talk, and he was a great shooter back in the day, and he just gave me a couple tips and just told me if I'm open, let it fly. And I've been kind of running off that recently. But yeah, it's good to come out here and get some energy going for the team.
Tonje led the team with 29 points, 5 for 11 from 3, and he's been red hot over the last 2 games. Wisconsin improves to 16-4 on the year. Now they'll get ready to hit the road again when they travel to Maryland for a 6 p.m. game on Wednesday. We had a lot going on yesterday, so I wanted to circle back and give some shine to former Logan Ranger and current UWL standout Lauren Jarrett. Now, I don't have video of it, but yesterday during the Pat Healy Classic, Jarrett set a new NCAA Division III record, winning the 60-meter dash in 7.37 seconds. She also set a school record in the indoor 200-meter dash, where she finished that in 24.26 seconds. And then we're early in the indoor season, but Jarrett already making waves on the track. How about some hockey? The Minnesota Wild taking on the Blackhawks. First period, just 5 minutes in, and Minnesota strikes. Jared Spurgeon finds the net. It's 1-0. Then less than 2 minutes later, Frederick Gaudreau somehow gets this past the goalie. I don't know how he did it, but that makes it 2-0. Then in the second period, Wild on the power play, and Kirill Kaprizov feeds it inside to Joel Eriksson Ek, who knocks it in. Wild run away with this one 4-2. Championship Sunday in the NFL, the Buffalo Bills taking on the Kansas City Chiefs, and this was a great one. Jump to the fourth quarter, Chiefs down 1, but Patrick Mahomes takes it in on the quarterback keeper, gets in for the score, 2-point conversion good, Chiefs up 7, but the Bills would answer. 4th and goal, Josh Allen goes to the end zone, Curtis Samuel wide open, we're tied at 29. Kansas City would kick a field goal, Buffalo needs an answer, but on 4th down, Josh Allen sends up a prayer, and the pass falls incomplete. Kansas City hangs on 32-29 in a thriller. On the NFC side, we had the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Commanders facing off. Washington would get a field goal on their first drive of the game, but Philly would answer their first play on offense, and Saquon Barkley doing Barkley things, just embarrassing the defense. He goes all the way in for the score. Eagles take a 7-3 lead later in the half. Now an 8-point game, but after a Commanders turnover, the Eagles take advantage. Jalen Hurts goes to A.J. Brown for the score, and this one was all Philly. Eagles dominate 55-23 the final. So there we have it. Once again, the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles back in the Super Bowl. Wow, I mean, maybe not the teams that people wanted, but it's the two best teams at the end of the day, and now we get a rematch like we did 2 years ago.
You know, I can't believe I'm saying it, but go Birds, I guess. I just am not. I don't want to see the three-peat. I'm
a fan of history. It's never happened in the NFL before, but we could witness something great.
Your nephew will be very excited. So happy for Cade's nephew. Also, I want to give a shout out to Lauren Jarrett. I used to work with her back at Culver's way back a few years ago now. She was so fun to work with. I mean, such a great friend there, and it's so cool to see her just dominate in track. She was always talking about, you know, the training process. She was so disciplined, and we got through some very tough shifts. If you can survive a crazy Friday night fish frenzy at Culver's, you can survive through anything. So congratulations to her. So well deserved.
And it was the first meet of the season. I'm sure she'll have plenty of more room to improve.
For sure.
We'll have more news after the break.
Family of SUVs, proud sponsor of winter. Now, get up to $4,000 in total cash on a 2024 Ford Escape. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
Brad Schimmel. He wants to bring back the 1849 law that bans all abortions, with no exceptions for rape or incest. Schimmel gave plea deals to child molesters, let domestic abusers walk, with no jail time. And he's the one who let 6,000 rape kits sit untested for 2 years, while survivors waited for justice. That's Brad Schimmel. Too extreme for the Wisconsin Supreme Court.
Everybody likes something for nothing. Now at Home Furniture, when you spend $4.99 or more for something, like this dining set, you'll pay nothing down, nothing for interest, nothing for sales tax, and pay nothing for shipping. Shop your favorite furniture and mattresses and get them with nothing down, nothing for interest, nothing for sales tax, and nothing for shipping. Now that's something. The Something for Nothing sale, going on now at Home Furniture.
Join News 8 Now for the 102nd Annual Westby Ski Jump, January 31st and February 1st. Athletes from all over the world compete at speeds exceeding 50 miles per hour on the Olympic-sized ski hill. Visit snowflakeskiClub.com to buy a button today.
This adorable shelter pet wants to meet you and your family today. The News 8 Now Pet of the Week is brought to you by Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics.
Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
Stacking is catching on. This weekend, about 120 cup stacking athletes are in Wisconsin for the Winter Stack Up.
Quick hands and an intense focus. That's how 12-year-old Iker Castro helped his relay team take home the blue ribbon.
Feels good that you know that you got first place and that you tried your best and you achieved your goal.
At Olympia Brown Elementary in Racine, the Ice Stackers. Dozens of athletes from all over the country are competing in the Wisconsin Winter Stack Up.
Really helps kids develop good sportsmanship. It helps them build confidence and focus on something that they can immediately see improvement on.
USA Sports Stacking Director Lisa Berman tells me the sport has grown quite a bit since it began in the 80s, with some of the best stackers competing on an international stage. Randy Olmstead, a member of the national team, is one of the sport's most elite players.
As I've grown older, the community keeps me around. I love the network of people that I have met from different countries and the opportunities that it has gave me.
With some help from the pro,
right, left,
I decided to give it a try. Did that wrong. I don't remember the reverse. And it's a lot harder than it looks. Whether you're new to the sport,
inspires me to be better and to one day try to be like that.
Or a pro.
I get quite sweaty stacking cups.
Everyone here says there's fun to be had. In Racine, Jaylene Muhaddin, TMJ4 News.
Going to have to try that sometime. Well, when we come back, Nicole will have a final check on your forecast.
Chart your career with a fabricator position at Chart Industries. Starting wage up to $30 per hour with no experience necessary. Excellent pay and awesome benefits. Apply now at jobs.chartindustries.com.
Wisconsin, one of those places where families spend their winters among frozen lakes and snow-covered hills. With all the fun they're having, it's easy to take for granted how they warm up by the fire or simply adjusting their thermostat. But for some of us, it's not that easy. Some of us need to decide whether to heat or to eat, or to further neglect our basic survival needs. We are working families, elderly, disabled, and veterans, all struggling to pay record heating bills. These dangerous temperatures aren't just uncomfortable for us, they can be deadly. If you are struggling to decide if you can put food on the table or heat your home, please reach out for a hand up. No one deserves to suffer when we can help each other.
It's the Power Up Reclining Sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. On top of sale prices, when you power up your recliner, sofa, or sectional, there's special financing and free delivery. For the most comfort control, upgrade your recline with adjustable headrest and adjustable lumbar, all at the push of a button. At Drury's, you'll find Lazy Boy, Stressless, and Flex Steel, all our top brands, and all on sale. Special prices, special financing, and free delivery. It's happening now at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
Around here, neighbors come together to make each other better. We're taking the same approach with healthcare. Gunderson Health System and Bellin Health have come together to form Amplify Health, giving you more of what's important in healthcare. More caring, more listening, more to feel good about on your way to feeling better. Overall, just a little more heart. Amplify Health by Gunderson. A little empathy changes everything.
Chart your career with a fabricator position at Chart Industries. Starting wage up to $30 per hour with no experience necessary. Excellent pay and awesome benefits. Apply now at jobs.chartindustries.com.
Well, this time last week, we were looking at high temperatures that were closer to our average lows, but now we're looking at low temperatures that are actually closer to our average highs. So it's going to be a fairly nice week ahead of us. Groundhog's Day is a week away, so I'm hoping that he has some good news for us. He notoriously is not very good at predicting it, but I'll trust him every year.
Feels like Groundhog's Day with the Chiefs keep winning.
Yeah,
hate to see it. Well, thank you for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.